Hey, are you using GoHighLevel CRM to manage your lead and decide in the CRM who is your qualified lead and who is your paying customer, and you manage your business funnel with the GoHighLevel CRM. Also, also run Google Ads, but just send Google Ads, but send to Google Ads only form submission and only the lead submission as a conversion. Then you are optimizing your ad to the wrong conversion and wrong people. Your most probably your ad going to deliver to the wrong audience, because you just optimizing your ad through for the form submission. You are not feeding Google who is your qualified lead and who is your paying customer. As example, if 100 people submit the form, then should be 50 people is qualified, then from 50, then 20 or 30 people should be your paying customer. Okay, so why you just feeding Google to the to the wrong people who just submit the lead. Okay, and for in this video I'll show you how we can feeding Google the qualified lead and the paying customer. Actually it's called offline conversion. I'll show the process. I'll show the process with Google Tag Manager server container using Webhook. Okay, for that, first of all, we have to set up the form in our GoHighLevel CRM, and for that in the site, then from the forms, then as you can see, I create the form. I create this form, and if I open this form, then you can see there is the form, and I add some hidden field for to collect the user information, like cookie information. Actually it's the attribution field, Facebook click ID, Google click ID, and the WBRAID and the GBRAID, and there is the phone number and the email address. Okay, and then if I click over this click over the setting version, then as you can see it's a query parameter. It's a query parameter, and this is the label for this hidden field. And now I have to create some field in my CRM, and for that I have to go to the setting section. Actually the process will be if someone submit your form from your website, it must be a GoHighLevel form. If someone submit your GoHighLevel form from your website, then this data will came in the contact section, and from the contact you can decide who is goes to a qualified opportunity section and which goes to own or paying customer opportunity section. Okay, we can decide that, and for that we have to map the field for the Google click ID and the Facebook click ID and the others cookie parameter. Okay, and in this video we will talk about the Google stuff, Google Ads offline conversion tracking. That's why we will not focus in GCLID. And for that I have to go to the custom field, and I have to map some custom field between contact and opportunity. Okay, and for that if I go to the contact section, and you can see there I create some custom field and GBRAID, WBRAID, and the Google click ID and the Facebook click ID. Okay, and if I go to the opportunity section, then as you can see it's a phone, email, and the Facebook click ID and the Google click ID I create, and WBRAID and GBRAID I create for the opportunity, and it's a custom field. But there you can see the extra two custom field, phone number and email, because there is no phone and email field in opportunity section. Okay, we have to map this information, phone number and the email. That's why we create this field. Okay, and then I have to run a automation. Actually this automation, if I go to the automation section, then you can see I run a automation. Actually it's a attribution and user data contact to opportunity. Actually this automation will map the attribution and the user data. Attribution mean Google click ID, GCLID, and WBRAID and GBRAID will map this automation will map those data between contact and opportunity. Okay, and now if I submit a form from our website, if I go to my website where the form is embedded, actually the form is embedded in the contact space. Then I want to add some cookie parameter, that is GCLID, and it should be OCT. 09123. Then I want to add another cookie parameter, that is GBRAID equal to it should be something like that. It should be anything because it's not the real one, because I am not come this website from ad. It's a WBRAID. Okay. This GBRAID and WBRAID, it's a new query parameter from Google Ads offline conversion tracking. People are not focusing on this, but this too is very important for Google Ads offline conversion tracking. Now if I go to this page, if I go to this page, maybe I have to reload this page. Okay, this is the GoHighLevel form I embedded in this website. It will be load within a moment from the GoHighLevel API. Now if I submit this form, actually there is just email, phone and last name, first name, but there is no GCLID option because those fields are hidden. Okay, now if I submit this form with one of my information, if I use my information Farhan, okay, then last name also, if I use AK, okay, then 01, if I put here my number, okay, then if I put here my email, okay, okay, then if I submit this form, let's submit this form. Okay, then if I go to the contact section from here, if I go to the contact section, okay, let's reload this page. If I go ahead, we can see this GoHighLevel form is submitted. And if I go to the contact section again in the GoHighLevel, I believe now I can see the data. Yes, it's my lead is coming. Okay, now if I go here, now I can see in the attribution click ID section, there is the GBRAID and the Google click ID and the WBRAID information is there. Okay, and now if I click over the action, now I can create the opportunity. I can create the opportunity from here, create new opportunity. And if I go to the opportunity, then you can see there is many section in the opportunity section, that is new lead, contact, qualified, proposal sent, negotiation and the closed. Okay, and but my goal is when someone go to the closed section or the qualified section, I want to send those data to Google. Okay, and for that I have to run another automation. If I go to the automation section, then you can see there is the automation section. There is the automation called opportunity create or change data, change data sent to sGTM. Okay, this is a Webhook and automation mixed. Okay, then from this automation and Webhook, this automation create opportunity create and change data goes to Google Tag Manager server container. To receive this data, we have to create a template, that is the GoHighLevel client, and already I create that. It's a GoHighLevel client, and also I have to create this client in this client section. It's a GoHighLevel client, and I create this client, and this is the Webhook path that I use in this automation section. And there is the event name, which name I want in the event section when a Webhook is coming, and you can use anything here. Okay, now I have to go to I will go to preview mode to show you how this data is coming and which information is there and which is not. Okay, and that's why I have to go to the preview mode from Google Tag Manager server container. Then when we preview a Webhook information and Webhook event, we have to use a power up from the step, that is sGTM preview header config. We have to use that, and we have to we need a code here from here, that actually is the we have to enable that, and we have to refresh this page again. Sometimes it take time to load. Okay, Then I have to copy the GTM server preview header, HTTP header. Then let's copy this and put here the code, and there you can use a path as example. In there my path was GCL webhook. We can use we can put here the path. Then this GCL webhook data webhook will be showing in the preview mode. But if you leave it blank, then any of webhook data can be show here. Okay, but in this case I have one webhook, that's why no need this. Okay, then let's save change that. Okay, it will take time to verify this information. Then we will move a contact data to the opportunity section. Then you can see the magic how the webhook is working. Okay, it's take time to deploying the server. It will deploying the server within 1 to 2 minutes, and then I will verify that the webhook is working or not. Okay, and in the meantime I want to tell you, if you need this kind of setup, this kind of offline conversion tracking setup for your GoHighLevel CRM, then you can contact with me. I will leave my WhatsApp number in the description. Okay, and you can subscribe and like this video to get this kind of video. Actually I will share with the logic how I set up that, and if you also you can build that, client, and you can build the automation easily. But it's because it's a very simple process. Okay, then this now this server is running. Now if I go to the this contact section, then from the contact, if I create a opportunity here, as example create a new opportunity, then I can make this opportunity value as example $1,000. Then opportunity status, I can leave it as a new opportunity, new deal, or I can mark this as a qualified. But in this case I am just going to mark this as a new lead, and it will be open status. And then let's create the opportunity. Okay, hopefully the opportunity will work. And now if I go to the tag manager preview mode, then as you can see there is a webhook coming, and if I click over this webhook, then if I go to the event data, then you can see the magic, how much information is there. All of needed information is there. Conversion time, and this conversion time is a Unix format, the UNIX format that's need for the Facebook ad. But this conversion time format will not support it in Google Ads. That's why I also create another magic, that is the custom variable. If I go to the variable section, then I can show you the variable. If I go to the variable section, then you can see I create a variable that is this is the variable Google Ads conversion time format to UTC. Actually Google Lab UTC format information. That's why I make a custom made variable template, and by this template data the UNIX time will be converted to the UTC format. Okay, then if I go to the preview mode, then if I go to the variable section, then you can see this is this variable work like a magic, and this time converted to this UTC format. Google will accept this data. Okay, and this time I will send to Facebook, and this time I can send to the Google. Okay, now if I go to the opportunity section from my CRM, if I go to the opportunity section, just look at here, this is opportunity came to the lead section. Okay, lead section, and now you can see if I go to the event data, then you can see the conversion time and the email, and the event ID and the event name is here, and the first name and the full name, and the GBRAID, GCLID, and the last name, and the opportunity ID, phone number, and the pipeline name also, and the stage name. This is very important. We can create a variable to say okay, let me show you the qualified stage. If I drag and drop this lead opportunity to the qualified, if I drag and drop this to the qualified, then if I go to the preview mode again, then just look at here, there is the now this stage name is qualified. Now if I create a trigger as example, now we can create a trigger easily to confirm the qualified event data. Okay, for the trigger, then the custom trigger some event, then it should be event name equal, we can mark this event name to the GSL lead update and GSL lead update. Okay, then we can create another variable that is for the GoHighLevel. Okay, there is no option to create the variable, and then let's save it. I'll do it later. Okay, let's save this as a GSL qualified lead trigger. Now this trigger will work for the every event, every GSL or lead update event, but we just want qualified. Okay, then I have to create a one more variable. One more variable I have to create for that new variable, and it should be event data. It's event data, and it's I have to copy this stage name, and if I name this GSL opportunity stage name, okay, then let's save that stage name. Okay, then let's go to the trigger section again. Now we can filter this trigger by this variable. Now I have to add here another variable. Now I have to copy the GSL opportunity stage name, then its equal should be qualified. Then let's save it. Now as example, this lead is now closed. Okay, from the qualified. Okay, that's means it's your paying customer as example. Okay, then let's make it closed. Then as you can see here, then as you will see, there is a new webhook that is the closed stage name closed. Okay, now we can create a one more trigger by copying this. Okay, it's very simple. Now you can copy this, then GSL opportunity stage name equal should be closed. Then you can create trigger for your Google Ads offline conversion tracking, something like that, Google Ads offline conversion tracking. And then you can put here your ID and others stuff, then it will be worked. Okay, it will be work like magic. Okay, that's the process. And now in this process I am not using any Zapier, any paid automation tool. Just I am using GoHighLevel inbuilt automation and Webhook and the Google Tag Manager server container. Okay, and we in this structure we have the full control in our data, because in Zapier we have the limitation, but in here we don't have any limitation, because we can create the client and the webhook and the automation as our requirement. Okay, have a good day. I hope you enjoying this video. Have a good day, and I hope you enjoying this video.